Kalispera, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dobbs Davis from Seahorse Magazine, giving you the final race analysis report from the AEGEAN 600. This has been quite an interesting race for those of you that have followed along here these last few days and watched these analysis reports. As always, we open with the screen on the tracker and show what is obvious to be a really strong Meltemi out on the race course, and that's really today's story, along with a little bit of final notes on what this race represents. Meltemi reports from out here are really windy, 30 to 40, even over here, close to where we are, outside the town of Lavrios, toward the finish line at Cape Sugno. It's blowing a solid 25 out there in this channel, and has been all day, and actually last night as well. So it could be that the actual wind is outperforming the forecast out here. And as you can see, there's a few boats that are hunkered down and waiting this out. The time limit for the race is tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. local time. So these boats will be making choices. My guess, these guys over here, if the wind lays down a little bit, they may jump back into the race. Actually, no. They've actually not gone through this scoring gate according to their tracks. So all of these three guys here have elected to drop out, and they're just hiding in here and probably having a good time in the islands. These guys look like they're on the way home. I did want to point out these guys, though, that are still out here racing. All credit to them. The Pogo 30 AEGEAN is that looks like a Greek sail number, but a French flag. They've got 70 miles left. Certainly those little Pogos are pretty tough boats and are used to oceanic conditions. Likewise out here, the Callisti guys, they're also a very small boat, a class mini in fact. So punching along at 5.6 knots on a what must be a pretty rough ride going across this part of the AEGEAN. But again, all credit to them for sticking it out and trying to complete this 605-mile course. A few other guys are littered out here, and we just think that those guys have also dropped out, retired, withdrawn, and they're just taking advantage of being out here in the beautiful Greek islands. I just want to say in conclusion that this has been a fantastic inaugural edition of the AEGEAN 600. The organizers have done a fantastic job, and really the feedback from everybody has been great. This was a double-handed class. I just wanted to point out these results. We're all over, which are all on the website, AEGEAN600.com. And three boats finished out of 2, 4, 6, 8. They had 8 entries. This event was actually supposed to also be the ORC double-handed European Championship, but it with the entry count and a little bit of COVID uncertainty about a month or so ago, the organizers decided to fold that into another year, but run with the big race with all the other boats fully crewed. They retained a small division here for those that really wanted to do it. But again, hats off to these guys, the top three here who went around this really tough race course double-handed, and especially in the boats that they're in, especially these guys in the Daler 30. I've sailed on one of those, and they're fantastic boats, but boy, out there in a 40-knot Meltemi, that would really be active. In terms of the full crew results, that too on the website. I wanted to, actually, we'll first look at the IRC class. These results have remained the same the last 24 hours or so. Just about an hour in corrected time that separates the first boat to finish, the big Felci Farr design 70-footer Atalanta 2. They were got around the track faster than everybody, just under 3 days' time. Next up was next fastest boat in the course, the Optimum 3, a very well sailed Farr 52. They had a great time. I talked to them today. And then an X4.6, more of a production cruiser racer. Those guys were another hour behind in corrected time. On the other hand, ORC scored results were actually quite a bit closer. Now, here, for example, the Optimum 3 corrected out on this course. Excuse me. Where is it? Here we go. Corrected time. Yeah, just over 30 minutes rather than an hour. And then look at the margin here between Blur and Artemis. So the difference between silver and bronze medals was only 4 minutes. Actually, 3.5 minutes. The guys on Artemis are trying to probably scratching their heads, thinking, where could we have gotten 3.5 minutes on that 600-mile course? Likewise, the guys on Blur could have thought about where they could have made up that. So quite close results in ORC scoring, which again is another testament to how hard everybody pushed in this race. Everybody that I've talked to here has expressed an interest in coming back. They really like the race. It is a challenging course, as we had yesterday with Peter Gustafson saying that each one of these transitions at each one of these islands ends up not being straightforward. It's a tremendous navigational challenge and tactical challenge. But again, congratulations to both the competitors and the organizers for really a great job in this year's edition. So that's it for now. Day 5 analysis from me, Dobbs Davis. It's been a pleasure to talk to you about this race, and thanks for tuning in. And hopefully we'll see you next year. Thanks again.